Hello and welcome to our very first bulletin about B-Schools, where we will be discussing all the current happenings in the MBA industry that affect your education and career. Before we get to the highlights, we hope all of you are using this home time effectively by being productive, learning new skills and enjoying time with your family. In these difficult and unprecedented times, let's support each other and help the community wherever possible in bouncing back on its feet. Let's all rise up and shine. With that, let's start with our very first piece. In 2020, COVID-19 has taken over our news, thoughts and economy. This is a time and a year that will go down in history. World economies have been tumbling down with countries going into lockdowns. Industrial activities have ceased and we are now facing what economists call the worst economic crisis since 2008. Several companies have gone into losses and are either laying off staff or cutting down salaries to survive in the market. This is obviously no good news for those in their final years of MBA. A recent survey by Money Control showed that MBA students are now worried about finding a job in this lacking economy. Companies who had earlier confirmed their presence in campus placements are no longer responsive and students have now started approaching human resources directly for employment opportunities. Even those who already had an offer in hand through college placements have reported concerns that companies may rescind their offers. Though this seems like melancholia, there may still be some light at the end of the tunnel. In these unprecedented times, several large companies have made a hiring pledge. They have promised to honor the offers made to students through campus placements, thus dispelling fears of unemployment amongst engineering and MBA graduates. Some of these companies include firms like Google, Cisco, Capgemini, TCS, Accenture, Wipro, Cognizant, HUL, McKinsey, Biocon, Godrej, PepsiCo and Kotak Mahindra. In fact, Axis Bank and Citi South Asia have gone on to hire 1,000 and 400 management graduates respectively and have started virtually onboarding the new hires. IIMC has also reported a 10% rise in its average pay packet of the 2020 placement season. Not just this, but even during the lockdown, some companies went on to hire interns for online work from top B schools. While many B schools like IIM A and IIM K were ready to defer internships till October, companies like HUL insisted on hiring 101 interns from IIMs, NMIMS and JBIMS in the first week of April. And Godrej and RIL hired 64 and 84 summer interns from IIM A and IIM C respectively. Goes without saying that moves like these are great news in a time when unemployment is at 26% and business is spiraling downwards. Coronavirus has had a devastating impact on our economy with production slowing down, exports falling by 1.5% and repo rate down to its lowest. In a time when companies are literally loss-making, keeping their hiring pledges is a positive gesture that will hopefully do a lot of good to the economy in the long run. And now, coming to admissions and academic years. While graduates have some relief with hiring pledges, those who are currently in B schools have very little to worry about. After a few weeks of confusion and fear of delayed semesters, B schools are starting to shift to online classes to prevent delays in starting the academic year. After all, the academic calendar is attuned to a certain cycle and the lockdown has happened right at the time when institutes have exams or internships. Initially, IIMs deferred the academic cycle by 2 weeks. But now, seeing as the lockdown is here to stay for longer than we expected, institutes have started preparing infrastructure and processes for online classes. IIM Calcutta Director Anju Seth told Business Today, "Our postgraduate program has been rescheduled to commence on April 20 instead of April 8, with plans to conduct courses in an online mode if necessary. Besides changing our academic calendar for various programs, we have expedited a successful transition to new models of online teaching in our programs. The only problem most of the institutes are facing is with fresh batches. B schools were in the midst of their admission processes when the country went into lockdown. Several students whose interviews were lined up in April are now awaiting a word from the institutes. IIMs like the ones in Lucknow, Sambalpur, Indore, Ranchi, Shillong and Kozhikode are yet to complete the process either for their main MBA courses or for the specialized or niche courses. How can Bschool start online classes for their fresh batches who haven't been enrolled yet? And waiting for the lockdown to end to resume the interview process means another month or two lost before they can start the academic year. As a result, Bschools are now exploring the possibility of conducting online interviews. At least 8 to 10 of the 20 IIMs have decided to conduct online interviews to ensure the academic cycle is not disrupted. But this can only be done for students who have completed their graduation. A bigger problem, as pointed out by IIM Calcutta director, is that some B-School aspirants are stuck in their final year of college, since their final exams were postponed. And without officially passing their graduate exams, can they be allowed admission into a B-School is a big decision to take. There is still no word from universities about conducting final year degree exams. And while most B-Schools are straggling with the dilemmas of online admission processes, B-Schools in Maharashtra are yet to start their admissions as state's MBA entrance exam, MHCET results, have been indefinitely postponed. And since state colleges go through tedious cap rounds for admissions, applicants to these colleges should brace themselves for a long process and a semester that will probably start in September. So this was about MBA in India. But those looking to go abroad for management studies can now take the GMAT online. Yes, that's right. GMAT has designed a virtual system to conduct the exam from 20th April, and major institutes like Harvard, Kellogg School of Management, INSEAD, Imperial College London and MIT Sloan have already pledged to accept the online scores. All aspects of the GMAT will remain the same, including scoring algorithms, apart from the omission of the analytical writing assessment. It will be a 2-hour and 37-minute test monitored by a human proctor. Test takers must log in 15 minutes prior to their time, take a virtual photo ID picture, and include photos of their immediate surroundings. This will enable the proctor to ensure that you aren't cheating on the test. So some good news for applicants, since they won't have to waste an entire year to apply to foreign institutes, as we all know that the process of foreign applications is way more tedious and challenging than that in the IIMs. And now, to end our bulletin on some funny news, MBA students from XLRI, wondering about how to create awareness about the deadly coronavirus, came up with a fun and unique answer. They built a game called Bhag Corona, where players have to help PM Modi shoot vaccines at the coronavirus. And if that wasn't enough, they also used the now viral tune Go Corona Go as the background music. Every time the game ends, there is an educational message for the user asking to wash their hands. The game, which went live on 26th March, saw around 3,000 users on the first day itself. Since then, there has been an exponential rise in the players, with over 1.3 lakh users playing the game a total of 7.57 lakh times by 31st March. Even though the creators have no intentions of monetizing the game, they have already started receiving collaboration offers from companies to increase its reach and exposure. So this is it for the first B-School Bulletin. We hope you found your bulletin both informative and positive. If you did, please smash the like button and share it with your friends. We aim to bring you all the current happenings in the world of MBA. Have a great and a creative stay at home. Until the next time, dream, endeavor, achieve.